And it's Samuel Dell at the center position. Then there's Marion, and it's Nowitzki in at the 4 spot. And then for the Miami Heat, Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the 4 spot.
One thing with Wade that doesn't seem to be going away is his quickness off the dribble. He still has that devastating crossover. He may not be able to do it every night, but there are nights when he just looks like he's right in his prime.
That one misses. And Wade has a number of elusive moves, Clark, getting into the lane. He can hit the spin, the Euro step, which I love, by the way.
Yeah.
And the windmill crossover.
He's got it all. I mean, he's figured out how to get to that bucket. And I think the crossover is probably his custom move. Just as he changes directions, he swings the ball quickly over his head to the other side, avoiding the rip. And he makes it look so natural, you might think nothing of it, but youngsters around the league go to school on that one. That's a heck of a move.
Back to Chalmers.
Wait.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
Well, Miami stormed through the regular season and were viewed as the clear-cut favorites to come out of the East, but it was not as easy as expected. After sweeping Milwaukee, the Bulls gave them a scare, then the Pacers really took them deep, all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
And the foul on Monte Ellis. That is his first foul of the game. And so here is Miami. Wade drives in. The finger roll finish at the bucket. And for the Heat, the Pacers were their first real test, it seemed, and they had to survive a win or go home against them. It almost seemed, Clark, to take away any momentum they might have had when they went up against the Spurs in the finals.
You know, it's interesting. When I think of momentum in the playoffs, it doesn't carry over from game to game or series to series. I think each game, Kevin, is really an entity in and of itself. That said, Miami found a way, despite being pushed by the Pacers and being pushed by the Spurs, both to Game 7. It came down to LeBron James's brilliance, but also the hot shooting of a complimentary role-playing winner, Shane Battier.
LeBron with it. Sean Marion covering. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Ellis, the pass to Calderon. He dishes it to Marion. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Rick Carlisle. Doris?
Of course, the conversation veered to the challenge of defending LeBron James, and he said there's not a lot of good options with him. He can really do it all. I think you just have to try and stay in front of him, and if he gets in close, you have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the lane. We'll see how they do.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Calderon. The dive for the ball. Stolen by Wade.
That's really a good picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. I mean, they're being way too casual with the ball.
Yeah, it's going to cost them if they keep it up. They need to get back to playing efficient basketball.
Ellis goes in. Nowitzki, he's guarded by Hazel. Dallas, no good that time either. The Heat leading by 5. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Wade dishes to Bosh. Fires the 3. Can't get it to go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
Dirk Nowitzki, the 7-footer from Germany, is certainly not one of the more explosive athletes in the NBA, but I don't know if we give him enough credit for how coordinated he is at his size. I mean, This guy is very coordinated in how he gets around on the court, especially at the offensive end. He's got tremendous balance, outstanding hands. Both of those allow him to be a terrific shooter and player.
Calderon kicks to Nowitzki. From 12 feet out. Here's Marion. And the layup falls.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
Heat have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Wade against Ellis. Wade passes to LeBron. LeBron with another miss. Back to Nowitzki. Such a great hand-eye coordination. That's key for any shooter, and certainly key, Steve, for him.
Well, he takes a shot that for most NBA players is kind of a low percentage shot, that mid-range fadeaway jumper, but for him it's incredibly accurate.
And Chalmers kicks to Bosch. Gallenberg's there. Back to Bosch. Uses both hands to slam it down. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Brandon Wright's checked in for Dallenberg. Jay Crowder comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Vince Carter, who's checked in for Sean Marion. And Devin Harris is subbed in for Jose Calderon. Carter drives in. And he banks in the layup. Carter's got his first points of the game.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
The Heat with the lead.
Dallas usually does well against the Eastern Conference, and even in a year when they were struggling, that still was the case. The Mavs posted a 500 or better record against every division in the Eastern Conference.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Dallas shooting their first free throw of the game. Dallas did finish 41 up and 41 down in the year, with 17 of those wins coming, Steve, against the East. Not a bad mark for him.
And you'll remember last season it was in March when the Mavs started gaining a lot of ground and kind of put themselves into playoff contention. And a lot of those wins that month came against Eastern Conference teams.
Crowder kicks to Ellis. And it's blocked by Bosch. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. The Heat have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Chalmers dishes to Bosch. Wade kicks to LeBron. And Wright pulls it down.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Vince Carter on the wing. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot, though.
Stolen by Ellis. And it's Harris off the drive. Tries again. In deep, Carter drops it in. Here comes Mario Chalmers. 1 second left. That's good. Chalmers has got 7 points in the game. Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark, as we wrap up the first. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, Stephen Clark, what are your thoughts?
Man, they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score. Playing well here, Steve.
And so here is Dallas. Harris up top, defended by Cole. Harris kicks to Carter. Pass to Crowder. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Crowder's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Mavs. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Kevin, Kevin, thank you. There was a lot of thought about how the Heat could improve after they lost to the Mavs in the 2011 NBA Finals. Many called for a veteran point guard, but the team felt comfortable with who they had. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, "We felt we had one of the younger point guard tandems in the league that we can build on and offer us championship minutes right now." They grew into that role and were a big part of their back-to-back titles. Spoelstra says they earned it with their hard work, and he couldn't be happier, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks.
Really not hard to argue that Ray Allen is one of the greatest shooters of all time, but with his ability to stay healthy and still contribute, how much longer can he play? I mean, that shot isn't going away anytime soon, fellas.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Dallas.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And another thing they've been doing right is converting a lot of second chance opportunities. I love the hustle and the effort.
We talk about the longevity of Ray Allen. He's had some ankle and foot injuries over his career, but his conditioning, Steve, has never been a question.
Never. And his style of play, where he runs defenders around, coming off screens, demands that kind of fitness, both from him and, of course, whoever's guarding him as well.
Back to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Another miss by LeBron.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
And Ray Allen gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Samuel Dallenberg, he's checked in for Wright. Nowitzki comes in for Jay Crowder. Sean Marion, he's checked in for Monte Ellis. And it's Calderon in for Devin Harris. Marion against Anderson. Carter with the 3. No good. And it's Miami the other way. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Nowitzki inside. Gets it to go. Nowitzki's got his first 2 points.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys.
LeBron kicks to Cole. Back to LeBron. Allen outside. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Trying to get back on track. And it's sent back from Dallenberg. LeBron drives in. It's stolen by Calderon. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Here's Nowitzki, the putback, and Dallenberg with the slam.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
You know, no denying it's been a heck of a run the last few years for the Heat, but you can't help but wonder if the impending 2014 summer of free agency could be the end of it all. The big three came together in a flash of lightning, it seemed, but it could end just as fast if one or all decide to opt out.
And Clark, as you were saying, the trio of LeBron, Wade, and Bosh all have options in their contracts to become free agents in 2014 if they choose to. And Steve, you have to think that at least 1 or 2 of them might exercise that right.
Well, you know LeBron will, because he's the most underpaid athlete probably in the history of sports. He's worth 10 times what he makes. But it's going to be interesting to see what Miami does here the next couple of years with their roster.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Much has been made about the show LeBron puts out during games, but he also puts on a spectacle in his pregame routine. Last season, he and others started pulling out all the stops and dunking in the pregame warm-up in an effort to break a sweat.
Here's Nowitzki, and the shot is long.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense, and he missed it.
Oh, get it! Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now. A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Miami on defense. Carter outside. There's the pass to Calderon. In low to Dallenberg. That ball's nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. Dallenberg's got 4 points now in the quarter. And Cole kicks to LeBron. Passes to Cole. All sorts of time. Gets the front of the rim and out.
Just cannot find the rhythm. Still yet to hit a shot this quarter.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Gentlemen, when you look at the Heat finding the right pieces to build a championship, Shane Battier has been one of those important pieces. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "From a basketball IQ standpoint, Shane was a perfect match for LeBron. I've never coached two players with such high-level basketball IQ." And gentlemen, the Heat have been able to find all the right pieces to build a championship. And Shane Battier has been one of those important pieces.
Certainly a cerebral approach to the game. Much appreciated, Doris. Thank you. .58 seconds left in the first half of the game. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
I'll tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
A different look for Miami. Chris Bosh is checked in for Anderson. Wade comes in for LeBron. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole. Carter kicks to Dallenberg. There's the bucket. Good. And now it's a 9-point Maverick lead.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Part of the reason that they're down is that they haven't been as strong in the paint here. I mean, they've gotten away from taking that ball into the paint with force and strength and attitude.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Shane Battier. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. 13 seconds. Calderon, that's for two.
He started out pretty well in the first quarter, but he has really faltered here in the second. Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Back to Allen. A stupendous finish in traffic. Allen's got his first bucket in this one. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the half. Calderon kicks to Nowitzki. With 1 on the clock, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome, everyone, to the Halftime Report. Let's get going. For the Dallas Mavericks,
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
What a game for Ellis. He's got 11 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Well, he's been playing a very energetic brand of defense, Clark. You got to love it.
You know, Dirk is one of those guys, to me, who looks like he might be able to play until he's 50. That could be an exaggeration, but you think about how his game is foundation. It's all about skill, positioning, shot making, and he's not going to shrink anytime soon. So if a 7-footer can be strong enough to be on the court with his skill set, he can play for a lot longer.
A second left. Bank shot, no good.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Tell you what, LeBron can absolutely soar in for the finish. I remember last year, the alley-oop in the conference finals against Indiana just almost put his head on the rim.
Air freight is a nickname we could dub LeBron James. I mean, he's an unstoppable force and an immovable object. Defensively, the strength, length, mobility. He can wall you up and lock you down and put you away.
Well, you talk about longevity. Shooting and height are the two NBA assets that you don't lose with age.
Well, those are two of Dirk's big strong suits. You know, the knee troubles have cropped up, but if he can stay healthy, he should be able to help this team for several more years, I would think.
Haslam, the pass to LeBron. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the way up. LeBron's got 9.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Calderon kicks to Nowitzki. He's up against Bosch. Nowitzki dishes to Calderon. The feed to Ellis. 5 on the clock. Fires from 18. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, they need a shot or two to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
And again, LeBron James. 11 points in the game.
You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
Dallas calls timeout. And during the timeout, both coaches getting a chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game, along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. So important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
Calderon passes to Wright. Good D by LeBron.
1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. For the lead. And the basket good. And it's 7 points for Chris Bosh.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
Calderon kicks to Mary. Hit his foot. And the refs whistling a kickball. A different look for Dallas. Jay Crowder comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Devin Harris subbed in for Jose Calderon. Marion outside. Pass to Crowder. And again, unable to change momentum here. For Miami, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Samuel Dallenberg is checked in for Sean Marion. Chalmers dishes to LeBron. And that one is stuck right through. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
A great matchup. I mean, these two teams really match up well talent-wise. I'm enjoying this.
Harris passes to Crowder. From outside, off the mark.
Well, LeBron James was probably his best season statistically a year ago. I don't think there's any question about it, guys. I mean, certainly it was his most efficient offensive season. I mean, he had career highs of 56% shooting from the floor and 41% from long range. I don't know if we've seen a player of his size put together those kinds of numbers with the types of shots that he takes. I mean, just absolutely stunning what he did in terms of his efficiency last season.
For Miami, they've gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. Here's Chalmers. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Harris. And for LeBron James this season before last, he really focused on scoring in the post. You know, Steve, using his size and strength.
And we've seen his field goal percentage climb as a result. The low post work, I think the selection too, shoots fewer three-pointers but a higher percentage. So now, how do you guard the guy? He's got everything in the package.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, they're getting into the paint with their penetration, and it's really been key for this club.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Sean Marion is checked in for the Mavericks. And LeBron James gets it to go. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, each side having a tough time staying in front.
Well, the fans love it. I mean, the tug of war, back and fourth affair, but if you're a coach, there's a little frustration here. You're trying to pull ahead, but pretty evenly matched game.
The drive by Wade. That one off the back iron and out.
And the defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane.
Has him against Ellis. Crowder.
Well, Ellis is just a dynamic scorer, as we all know. A penetrator, a lane runner. He's a guy who can absorb contact in transition and still finish off plays. Just one of the best perimeter players that we have in this league.
He really is. He's always been a great scorer. He's been asked to take a lot of big shots. That's nothing new for him to have the ball in his hands with the game on the line. You never know. We might see another game winner here tonight.
And the Heat making a change here. Battier's checked in.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face. Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away.
For Dallas, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. Samuel Dallenberg is checked in for the Mavericks. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
Now, to keep a lead like this, they should continue to attack the paint like they have been. Don't settle for jump shots. Find your way to the free throw line.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harris against Chalmers. And it's Harris off the drive. Some solid defense from Battier.
And this is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot. You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
Here's Harris. No good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. The Heat with the lead. Wade outside. It's back to Battier. He feeds it to Cole. Yes! And the foul. Samuel Dallenberg picks one up.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. LeBron comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Allen in for Dwayne Wade. Dishes to LeBron. It's rebounded by Dallas. Dallenberg's got 7 rebounds in the game. He kicks it to Marion. Feeds it to Wright. Rejected by LeBron. Miami leading by 5. The drive by Allen. Here's Cole. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Cole's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, you hate to see a guy suffer through a game like this, but his team is winning.
Ellis outside. Harris kicks to Ellis. Back to Harris. Launches it. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 3 assists in the game.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
LeBron against Dallenberg. LeBron dishes to Battier. Shoots from the line. And there's another one for the Heat.
Man, an even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I know you know about how the basket can seem like it's 10 feet wide when you're in the zone. That's where they are right now.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said, they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Ellis outside. And he nails that one right through the net. Now a timeout called by Miami.
Devin Harris settling into a scoring combo guard role last season in Atlanta. He's quick off the dribble, is a streaky three-point shooter, And because of that combination, he's able to keep defenders on their heels.
Allen passes to Cole. And it's right, sending it back. Harris with it. That's good. And now just a 2-point Heat lead. And for Harris, his outside shot had been his weakness offensively. The last few seasons, though, Steve, some of the best shooting from long distance.
Around 35%, in fact, from the three-point line the last 3 seasons, Kevin. So, he's not a lights-out shooter, but he's become respectable from that range. Unfortunately, his free throw attempts have diminished of late. Maybe he's lost a step athletically.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. It's hauled in by the Heat. And here comes the break. Battier kicks to LeBron. Pull-up jumper. The dish to Anderson. Marion with the steal. Here's Ellis. Harris, right side. Takes the three. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. 10 points for Devin Harris.
Now it looks like he's starting to get things going here after that scoreless first half.
Here's LeBron. Kicks it to Cole. Second shot opportunity, and he nails the jumper. And the Heat lead by 3.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
Harris kicks to Ellis. From the top of the key. And it's Miami with the rebound. LeBron's got his 6th rebound on the night. Another miss by LeBron. Mavericks trailed by 3. Ellis left side. Back to Harris. Some nice passing here by Dallas. They get it back. Right. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Exceptional play to take the bump and still get it up and down.
Yeah, way to stay with it and look to finish the play right there.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Chris Bosh has checked in for Anderson. Haslam comes in for Shane Battier. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole. Chalmers dishes to Allen. LeBron. The 10-footer. Another miss by LeBron.
And this is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot.
Nowitzki draws the double, and Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Mavericks making a change here. Gallenberg's checked in. .131 left in the fourth quarter. To take the lead. That ball's nice speed this time from Jose Calderon. Calderon's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's LeBron. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Wade outside. That's good.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Dallas has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Chalmers against Calderon. And here's Gallenberg. 6 to shoot. Here's Ellis. And it's Wade with the rebound. Heat have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. He dishes it to LeBron.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
This could be a turning point.
Kevin, critical possession here.
Calderon passes to Ellis. Down low. Here's Marion. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Big call, Kevin. He just didn't get there quick enough, and that's a tough break.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew.
Pass to Chalmers. Back to LeBron. He passes to Chalmers. Yes!
And I like that move to the hoop. You use your speed, go around the bigger defender.
Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 2. 9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Calderon. Kicks it out to Ellis. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, LeBron James.